Steve, I'll be honest, I don't quite know what to make of that today. Give us your perspective.
Well, either do I. I have to say the first half is probably arguably as worst as I can remember for such a long time, certainly under my reign anyway. And you have to apologise to the supporters in particular because we let them down today big style, the first half in particular. Second half was much more like it, and if we had played like that in the first half, although it's easier said, but it's easier when it's 2-0 down, but first half I didn't enjoy watching us one little bit, and then it adds up to a performance like that where you're trying to an uphill battle. You know, not many teams come back from 2-0 down in this league, and but our first half performance was nowhere near good enough, where we're jumping out of challenges and not winning tackles, and forget all the passing skills and all the rest of it. You've got to do the basics on a day like today. Unfortunately, we didn't do that, which saddens me to the guts, unfortunately.
Because I noticed you got them out early for the start of the second half.
They should have been out straight away, wouldn't it? They should have been out straight away. And listen, whatever's said in dressing rooms always stays in a dressing room. But I won't accept that, because listen, you can get beat on any given day in this division. We all know that. But you have to do the basics in this division, especially during the winter, and particularly on days like today. And we didn't do anything the way we should have done. It wasn't until the second half that we started being what we're used to seeing. In the second half, we could have got back in. My goalkeeper's a bystander, but as I said, it's easy then when it's 2-0 down, or approaching the first half. Needed to be much better than what it was.
Any reason for that? Did you see that coming, and in
never
any way, shape or form?
No, I've never seen that coming, and it won't come again. But you know, as I said, you have to do all the basics in the basics of this game to start with. On a day like today in the Championship, we let ourselves down badly over not turning up, basically, and that is sacrilege when it's a big club like this in a local derby. To not show up is it's unforgivable.
How much does that worry you?
Worry me? It never worries me, but just what you do about it. And we'll start again tomorrow morning and get on with it. And because we were nowhere near the level what is required from what the performance gave.
Do you allow anybody to come back to you and offer an excuse?
There's no excuse. Not from 1 to 11. None of them. The goalkeeper in the first half. Everybody else was way short of where they should be, and that's the reality of it.
Okay. Second half, it was better.
Much better.
Without you say
you don't want to know.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what I said.
Well, I do.
It's unrepeatable.
Right.
But it shouldn't take me to have practically a heart attack to make sure that we turn up and give the fans something to shout about. And even at the end of the death, they're giving them a standing ovation. I don't know what for, but because they didn't deserve it. But second half was more like it, and we had 4 or 5 chances after Elmo scored. We had 4 or 5 chances, but I can't stomach the first half. I'm sorry, it was not acceptable.
Do you say you've got them in tomorrow? Extra training, did you say?
Well, extra training doesn't, but we're in and we'll work hard, and we won't repeat that performance for sure.
Okay. A couple of injuries to centre halves today, to Alex and to Harry. What's the story
Alex has done his back, and Harry's got a knock to his knee. Harry's is a dead leg, we think, but Alex has got a back. He headed the ball, and unfortunately for him, he's twisted or do something with his back, and he's in a bad way in there. But the rest are okay.
Right. What you're looking at in terms of those two, in terms of?
I really don't know, Burnsy, yet. I really don't know, because we'll not know until we have them scanned and all the rigmarole that we obviously have to go through.
Okay. No Maloney today. What was the story?
Sick overnight, and to be fair, we've got a bit of that going round. We've got 4 or 5 of them, but I don't want to make the excuse. But we have got 4 or 5. It was Curtis in the week, Maloney, McGregor, myself a week ago. But so we'll have to do something about that, because obviously the training ground where we're at is a smallish area, so we'll have to try and do something about that. But there is a bug going round. But as I said, I don't want to make that as an excuse, so that's a feeble excuse from me. But,
all right.
But there's Maloney is sick. Curtis didn't start because he's been sick all week. McGregor hasn't trained for the last 3 days. He's been sick. But as I said, I don't want to make that as an excuse.
Final one. Given what you've said, everybody's place up for grabs now?
Well, look, we've had an awful week. We've had an awful week. We've lost to Derby, and okay, you get beat off Derby, no problem. We didn't play well enough on the night. Today we didn't show the right attitude for it. So I will make sure that I have a team whenever we play again next that I know for a fact will show the right attitude.